contact the IRS, the response is, well, in the case of disaster response, we'll give you a little more extra time. Well, that has nothing to do with the fact that you don't have any revenue. And I mean, it's it's well intentioned, but it doesn't help you. What we need is a cadre of CPAs or attorneys who are thoroughly familiar with disaster tax law, because there are a lot of issues that are covered in the tax codes that most of us have absolutely no knowledge of, and you can't go to H&R Block or Liberty Tax because those folks are simply not going to be specialized enough to be able to make sure that you come out as whole as you possibly can. So I guess that's what I'm suggesting, that maybe our community of CPAs here start getting their heads together so that they can create a group that specializes in how, what are the things that need to be looked at. For example, in the insurance cases, even though you may have insurance coverage that has helped to make you whole in terms of getting into a new house, the reality is you still have suffered losses that are tax deductible, significant losses that will not be covered by your insurance. So somebody who understands all of that, which I don't, I guess maybe I should put it as a question: is there already a group of those people available to us that we can contact?
I don't know the answer to that, but what were you going to say, Susan? Good.
Well, I mean, y'all have spoken too on United Policyholders. That's, if we get out of here quick enough, that session at 5 o'clock. They're an advocacy group that helps in the disaster mode, where you might be in an underinsured kind of situation, or there's just a fight with your insurance company on getting all that you should.
I
Different
appreciate that,
questions?
Susan, but that isn't what I'm talking about.
That's another reason that case management is so vital, because they can help connect you with the resources. They can help you navigate the system. They can find what you need to put your life back in order. They can help you reconstruct. When we did case management after Ike, we had people that couldn't even prove who they were. No birth certificates, no driver's license. I mean, they come in wet clothes. I mean, they are absolutely the same as in the disaster. They've lost everything. So case management is so vital, because these case managers can help navigate the system. They don't always have the answers right in their hands, but they know where to find the answers for you. They know where to refer you. That they can help put your life back the way it needs to be.
During Hurricane Katrina, your idea is excellent. We did bring together, I was in Dallas, we had 100,000 Katrina evacuees on the ground, and we brought together a whole team of CPAs and lawyers that were pro bono. So that's definitely something we need to look at for here to see what we can do, because it's a huge legal issue. And even though the IRS does grace period of time, when the grace period is gone, it's very difficult to fight them when you start getting those letters in the mail, and that creates extra trauma for families who've been impacted by disasters. So that's something that the long-term recovery committee will look at to see what we can do.
Well, and I think one of the biggest pieces is, if you're familiar with the tax code and you understand all of those codicils that refer specifically to disasters, then you're on a different planet than most CPAs and lawyers, because they don't specialize in that area, and that's the issue.
It's very complex.
Yeah, and we work very close with legal aid, with the lawyers available to clients pro bono. So
Let me make two more comments about that. I want to make two more comments about that. And one is, just want to tell you that I hear you. And so I will, maybe through our financial resources, although that's really not their scope, but we'll see. But through our long-term recovery, we'll see if we can identify and maybe host a seminar or two, because our local CPAs are going to become experts in this really quickly. And I bet some of them will be willing to share their expertise and give us some coaching on that. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is, on the long-term recovery committee table, which is in the lobby, we're not in the main expo, we're in the lobby. We have this booklet from FEMA, Help After a Disaster, Applicant's Guide to the Individual and Household Program, and there are a couple of paragraphs in here about federal tax assistance, including a link to a website that has some good information about what's needed for that. So remember that we're not the first to go through this, and so even if we don't know, somebody does, and if you dig a little bit, you can find it. So I would encourage you to pick up this booklet and maybe look at some of the other materials folks have, not just us, but others have, because we don't have to do this. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We're going to do the best we can to pull these resources together. So thanks for that. It's a great, wonderful question. I never would have thought of. Others? Well, I think can we say thank you for your time, or do we?